All right, well, I will go ahead and start. Okay, so this is the card that I had planned today, and I used the Dragonfly Dreams stamp set and Detailed Dragonfly Dies. And I also used the fruit stand, which I haven't used much of, if at all, but I really like the bright and cherry colors on it, so decided to mix up the Dragonfly Dreams with the fruit stand, see what it looked like. I am using sketch number 16 this week for it, which is my sketch challenge that I have every 2 weeks on the 2nd and 4th Wednesday of every month. And if you would like to participate and play along, you have 1 week from the day that I post the sketch, so today, and by Tuesday, March 14th in the evening, if you could have your card posted to the post that I post my card and the sketch, and then Wednesday the 15th I will draw for someone to win a little goodie from me. So, I think that was it. Oh, this is, yeah, sorry. I know what I'm supposed to be doing when I'm videotaping myself, but this is just kind of crazy. Oh, okay. Well, these are the other 2 cards that I created using the same paper pack and the dies, so just thought I would share those as well. And they're all using the same techniques, the coloring on the dragonflies and the watercolor on the background and everything. So let's get to the supplies that I used for this. So I used the watercolor pencils, and I used the Daffodil Delight in that. And then a little bit of sparkle. And of course the Dragonfly Dreams and the Detailed Dragonfly Thinlits Dies. And we just used, for this card, we just used the smaller of the Detailed Dragonflies. And for ink, I used the Basic Black, the Watermelon Wonder, and the Saffron. Making sure it's kind of coming up. Oh, there they are. Okay, so I'm within the camera. And then I used, on the Dragonfly body, the Basic Gray Stampin' Up, and then the Aqua Painters to color on our Dragonfly. For cardstock, I used the Basic Black cardstock, 5.5 by 8.5 for my card base, a 4x4 Watermelon Wonder, 3.25 by 4 Daffodil Delight, and my thing just dropped over here, sorry, and then a 3x4 shimmery white cardstock, a 4 by 5.25 fruit stand, and then this one I think was about a 2.75 by 3, just to be able to fit our dragonfly on, of the Dazzling Details Glimmer Paper. And then I went ahead and put in a 3.75 by 5-inch piece of Whisper White on the inside of the card. So let's cut out our dragonfly first. Grab out the big shot quick. Hopefully that's in the... And we're just going to cut him out quick with the glimmer paper. Oop, that's kind of off. Might bring it over a little bit. Hi, Jan. Thanks for joining me. Alright, get that running a couple different times to get all the detail of the dragonfly out. And this is what you will have. Maybe. Probably should have ran it another time. So I should have gone through another time. Probably, I don't know, at least one or two. So that's what that looks like. And I actually have one already pre-cut because it takes a while for the to punch all of these little holes out. So this is our dragonfly. And what I'm going to do, oh, Jan, sorry, this is the card that we're making. It was kind of up in the corner. I'll try and keep this on the workspace here. So to get the color on the dragonfly wings, I used a Saffron in my Aqua Painter for the top part, and I just squished the pad together to get the ink to pool up in the pad here. And then I'm going to make sure, ooh, I'm glad I looked. Should have done that. Should have checked to make sure that I didn't have any pink ink in here. Okay, I think that's about right. So now I'm just going to go ahead and drop some ink in here, and we're just going to color onto the wings. Isn't that cool how that color comes up? Thank you. So usually in my videos, this is what I would fast forward through when I'm coloring. I usually don't talk through it. There's something about talking and doing something all at the same time, coloring or cutting out or tying a bow. So I went over this just a couple different times. See, so the color's already starting to show up on the dragonfly, but it will lighten up. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just do that just a little bit more. So, because it'll kind of start soaking in. And you can make them as dark as you want, you know, just by kind of letting it dry a little bit and then going back over it again with more ink. And it definitely, see, I don't know if you guys can see, but this is starting to lighten up over here already. So I'll go ahead and give it one more coat in the Saffron. Then we'll switch over. There. Oh, and that's the other thing I have to be careful of, is putting my hand back on it, because then before it totally dries, it'll start taking the ink off. So. Oh, you know, Marissa, I bought the diamond after I had got the Celebration Glimmer Papers, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Once I realized I could color over it, I'm just doing all I can to color it and make it all sorts of different colors. Okay, so the next one we're going to be using is the Watermelon Wonder. And then I'm going to color in just the bottom part. And it'll kind of bleed in a little bit with the other one, you know, because it's wet, but that's okay. Because you wouldn't want it to have, you know, like these stark lines. But yeah, so it will start to bleed a little bit into the other color, but that's okay. And again, you can be, you know, generous with the ink. So I'll move that aside. So did everybody have a good day today? It was nice and warm here in Omaha. I think we're supposed to get snow though by the weekend. Our weather's been really crazy. Oh, you know, I had colored on glitter, on the Dazzling Diamonds or the white glitter paper, a while ago I had seen a video tutorial from someone who they actually had the loose glitter and had I'm trying to think of what they did. They glued, like adhered loose glitter down, patted it down, and then they colored it. And I thought, well, I could certainly do that with you know, with our glimmer paper. So that's kind of what gave me the idea. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and set this aside and let it dry. So when I initially did this card, oh, I can't, maybe it wasn't this one. Anyways, when I was doing this initially, I decided I wanted my dragonfly to be black on here because I had the black hints in my, or little black dots in my paper. And it just kind of wasn't standing out because I think I had initially colored it maybe pink or something. But I did find that when I went over it, because I'll go over it with the marker, I found when I went over it with the marker and it was wet, it bled. And it kind of looked like a hot mess. So I am going to set this one aside, and I already had this one colored. And we're going to add, that's where I'm going to take this marker, because I don't have a gray ink right now in a stamp pad. So I'm just going to go over here, just, and you don't need a ton of color, it goes on pretty easily. And I just kind of follow the body, the outline of him. So this might be something that, you know, you probably won't be able to do in, you know, a super short period of time, because you do kind of need to let it dry before you add this. And also be careful when you, after you add this black marker, or this gray marker, because the ink does come up on your fingers because it takes a while to dry too. So that's the dragonfly. Now I'm going to set this aside as well to dry, and then I'm going to bring out my shimmery white cardstock, which is what I like to do my watercoloring on. And that's where our watercolor pencil is going to come in handy. And I didn't really do anything special with the watercoloring. So I just kind of ran my pencil just down the paper. No rhyme or reason, because it's going to get all blended together. I don't know if you guys can see that. It looks, I'm getting kind of a glare on here, so I'm not sure if you guys are seeing the same glare or not. But I just really lightly put that watercolor pencil down on the paper. And I probably should watch my fingers because I think I'm getting black, but I don't know if you can see that or not. So I'm just going to take my water brush, and I'm also going to make sure that my water brush is clean, so we don't get it all muddled. Okay, I think that should be good enough. So then I'm just going to get a good amount of water on my brush and just kind of swirl it all together. Just like so. You just want just a hint of color on there. So that's that. And this will take just a minute to dry, so I might cheat and turn on my my heat tool, because I don't think blowing on it is going to dry it fast enough for us. So bear with me for a second. And I'll think that's about right. Sorry about the noise. Okay. All right. I think that's good enough. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and start putting the card together. Because the next step that I do, I learned the hard way, because I stamp on some little dots. And the first time I did it, my cardstock was kind of curled up, and I got more than I bargained for. So I'm going to go ahead and just start assembling the card together and do that part towards the end. So it is like magic. Yeah, it gives a really nice soft look. I liked it too. Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear, my dog is just running around all upstairs. The joys of having a dog. So then I'm just going to put my Watermelon Wonder on here. And that's just going to go in the center here. I'm surprised my dog hasn't started barking out the door yet. He barks at everything. So this card, I mean the card itself is really simple to throw together. There. And we're going to throw this on. Like so. Get that nice and down there. Oh, here, I'm going to put this on in the center because it's black, so unless you have a white pen, you wouldn't see what you were writing. So this is just 3 3/4 by 5. All right. Now I'm going to take my Saffron ink, and the stamp set, the Dragonfly Dreams, comes with this kind of cool dotted stamp, but I didn't care for the way, like if I just inked up the whole entire thing, it had too much of a defined area over here. So I decided just to take out my sponge dauber and just kind of ink this up a little bit. And then I'm going to stamp off on it. So then I'm just going to get a nice soft look when I stamp this on. I don't know if you guys can see that at all. So then I'm just going to keep doing that till I have it mostly covered. So it kind of adds just a little extra dimension in there. It's so quiet over here. I'm trying to talk and work at the same time, but sometimes that just doesn't work out. I wish you guys could talk amongst yourselves. Alright, I think I'm going to do it maybe just one more time on this end. Yeah. I don't know if it's hard to tell. I'm getting a glare, so I don't know what you guys are seeing on it. So then let's grab out our basic black ink pad, and I'm going to throw on the sentiment down here. I keep putting my card out of the way. And I'm just going to put the sentiment right down here in the corner. hopefully get it straight. Oh, perfect. Woo, woo. All right, so then for my dragonfly, I'm just going to kind of curl his wings up a little bit. I'm just going to use my bone folder to pull it up. See, and I'm getting a little bit of ink on my hand. And then I'm going to pop him up. So I'm just going to take a Stampin' Dimensional or two and just kind of cut it in a couple different pieces. And he's going to go, if I can get this off of here, it was just one of them. So I'm just going to throw him, I don't know, probably about here-ish. How's that look? All right, I've committed. And then last but not least, I am going to, I don't know what happened to my, I usually have smaller scissors that I pull off my, my rhinestones with, so I guess these will have to work. So I just put a couple down here in the corner. All right, we'll just and do a small one. And then I'm going to throw a couple up at the top. Oh, where are those little things when I need them? This is terrible. This one will go here-ish. Now it's stuck to my scissors. Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. All right. So that's it. That is the finished card. What do you think? I think it turned out pretty cute. So I'm not used to the delay right now, so I talk and then I look at my screen to see if anyone's replying so I can answer. Thank you, Jan. I don't know if I had showed you, I think, but these were the other two cards that I created. So I guess maybe just for a second I could talk about these. Do you remember when I told you that when I was coloring and I had, because I didn't let the, that pink dry before I added the dark gray? Well, this was one of them that did that. So I went ahead and I just took the gray all the way around the edges, like it was kind of meant to look like that. Hey, Sandy. So I don't know, I kind of thought that turned out really pretty. It almost reminded me a little bit of stained glass look. And then for this one, I just kept them all the So Saffron, and then went back and, colored them in gray. And then I did a pink background with Watermelon Wonder for this card. So that's it. I appreciate everybody watching. I wanted to do a little giveaway because this was my very first Facebook Live, and I really appreciate you guys tuning in and watching me fumble through this. So if you would like to leave a comment just here on my Facebook page, and I will draw tomorrow for someone to send this to. It's just the Pretty Pocket Card Kit from the Celebration. I just love the bright colors and everything in here, so I thought, well, I have an extra one, so might as well send one out. Thank you so much for watching and bearing with me on this one. Hopefully by my next one I'll be a little bit better. So, alright guys. Thanks for tuning in. I think I'm going to go ahead and sign out now. I'll talk to you guys later. Hopefully next week. If anyone shows. Thank you guys. I don't know if I killed it. I killed something. Killed someone with boredom. This was terrible. Thank you so much. Night, guys. Have a good night. Bye.